Welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, keeper of my home. Today I need to clean my dining room. I know it doesn't appear to be messy, and really it isn't that messy, but there are a few things that I need to do. This cabinet, every once in a while I pull everything off of it and I just give it a good cleaning. And this dresser here that we have has 3 drawers in it, and I've been going through them looking for stuff, so I've kind of messed them up. Plus there's some things that I need to clean out of there. I have not cleaned it. I don't think I've cleaned it since we lived here, actually, which is almost 6 years. I mean, I just store certain things in here, so I know it's only those things in there, so I'm not adding anything, but I do need to take away some things in here that I'm no longer using. And I have another drawer in this jelly cupboard behind me that I need to go through that, because I noticed at Christmas time that was just a wreck in there. I don't even know all what's in that drawer, so I want to clean through that. And I have another cabinet over there that needs to be cleaned out and just completely dusted and put the things back in it again. So just some general cleaning the light fixtures, all of that stuff. Haven't done it for a while, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with this drawer here. Yeah, there's a lot of decorations. I might put this right up on my table, actually. This will be a little bit easier. These are really just pretty much decorations that I keep in here. A lot of stuff I'm not using anymore, so I'm gonna try to categorize all of this stuff. I don't know, I'm just gonna probably have to pull everything out. An old picture of my husband and I, and one of my brother and sister-in-law. I think that was before they were even married. I should actually put these in frames. My birth certificate. I don't know why that's in there.
Tell you everything I've seen, the friends I've made, and then you tell me how you've been. Look a little.
Now I'm just going to work at putting everything back in the drawer. Some things I'm going to take upstairs or get rid of. I don't know. I think mostly what I'm going to do is just keep decorations in here.
Closer, it's been quite some time. You gotta let me know if I'm out of line. But there's some words
that is all I want to keep in here. So I'm going to put this back where it goes. So as far as the rest of this stuff goes, I am going to throw this out. This is all no good. I'm not keeping any of this stuff. So I'm going to throw this out. Put my birth certificate in the safe. I don't know why it was in there. And put this in a drawer in the kitchen where I put screws and nails, and move on to the next cabinet. This cabinet has a lot of different things in it that, I guess you could say it's just a variety of things. I'm gonna start by pulling some of this out. Like the other cabinet, there's a lot of decorations that I keep in here. I'm gonna pull this one over to the table as well. I think it's gonna be easier for me to do that and show you all that's in here. There's really quite a variety of things in here, so I'm going to pull everything out and just separate it.
I just wanna hear you say to put it all straight before this night turns into day, and then I'm on my way. Yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. A bit naive and so eager to please. You know I played for love, but it got me on my knees. Now's the time to reap what I...
Believe it or not, going through all of this fall stuff is kind of making me really excited about fall. I know that sounds crazy because I'm not rushing the summer, and I know that after fall comes winter, and I am by no means rushing that on. But I do love fall.
I've sown your words echoing in every single bone. Underwater and so far out at sea, there's no cure for what you take.
Okay, this is something that I got in an auction. Let me show you. I thought these were really cool. Aren't these neat? I just think that these are the cutest things. I love stuff like this. Beautiful, beautiful. Somebody has some really nice silver here, and it would have been hard for me to part with this, I think. But look at these. These are little sharp knives. I mean, I just absolutely love these. Some little butter knives. Aren't those beautiful? I mean, this is a beautiful set.
And soon I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way. This pain is not of the ordinary. Every time that I breathe, I can feel your worry. So
These are some little star decorations that I made. They're made out of, they smell so good. It's applesauce and cinnamon ornaments. I have a string and a hole in the middle to put a string on. I can hang them on a tree or someplace. But I like to put these ones out in a dish and just display them. Maybe in with some greenery. So that will go in with my holiday stuff. This is more Christmas holiday stuff. These are some candy canes that I made out of pipe cleaners. I just tied them up with some Sweet Annie and some distressed cheesecloth. And this one I have little berries and a little bell. I like to display those at holiday time. This is another applesauce cinnamon ornament that I made. I have a tree that this is all I put on the tree, but I kept this one out to put in here to hang, and my snowman. And these are some molds that a friend gave to me. Now, I love them. I love displaying stuff like this, and this, again, this looks good in my pewter cabinet around holiday time. And this is another mold, and looks like a chicken or a hen or something, that in there. And these ones are more Easter, the rabbits. And again, these are also rabbits. These are wax. They smell amazing. And this is, these are a couple of rabbits that I made. My granddaughter actually made them with me. It's needle felting. So we just needle felted these, and easy to do. And I used cookie cutters to do these, so it was fun and just an easy thing. And they make cute decoration. They're made out of alpaca wool. I'm always needing refills for my candles in the windows. So I keep the extras in here. I don't know why I keep them in here, but it's just always been my quick grab place. So I'll just put those back in there. I've done it for so long that this is gonna be the first place I go to look for them, so I will not take those out. This is a little candle that actually goes in something that was in that drawer I just took out earlier. This is a pin. Oh, and I cannot forget my stocking that I hang on my pewter cabinet, Christmas time, and my autumn sign. Okay, and these are the other things that I have left, but I'm going to put these in one of the other drawers. So let's put this one away and take out another one. Okay, these are actually curtain panels, and if you've been with me for a little while, then you know that I use these for a quick drape over my table, like a nice little tablecloth. They're perfect for it, and I don't know that anybody has ever noticed that's what I've done. Okay, and this was my grandmother's tablecloth. I love this. I love this. So I'm going to hang on to this, put this back in that drawer. This was also my grandmother's. It's a fall one. It's a round one. But I love this. Isn't that pretty? This is a plate that a friend gave me. Rejoice and be glad. This I display in my pewter cabinet every year at Christmas through the holiday season. I love it. And this is my holiday Santa. I love old world Santas, and I loved the color of this one. So, and you're probably wondering why these are mixed in with all my tablecloths. It's because I roll them in the tablecloths when I put them away so they don't get broken.
Yes, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yes, I'm on my way.
Okay, so this is the final drawer. This is a book that a good friend of ours made. Oh, I love this book. I love this book. It's how our house came to fruition and all of the pictures that go with it. So that was a really nice gift. This drawer is full of a lot of handmade embroidered items. They belong to my mother-in-law, and I've just always loved them and hung on to them. I hope that someday I can pass them on down to our grandchildren or maybe their children.
From the moment we arrived, Cornelia, you are one who will survive. When time's been bad, you put smiles on everyone. I think of
When we were planning our house, it was literally 13 years in the making. Just the dreaming process and the planning process. It took a long time. I built a lot of things to put in this home because in my mind I had walked through this space so many times, and I envisioned it and I knew it. And I knew every nook and cranny of this home before we lived in it, before it was even built. This is a cabinet that I made specifically for this exact space. I had envisioned it, I dreamed it for so many years. I really believe that a dream that deep can only be put there by God. And this whole house just came together so well, and this is just one of many cabinets that I made for this space. And like I said, I had walked through this space so many times in my mind, and I had envisioned it, and I knew exactly what I was going to put in this cabinet. And it was pewter. I didn't have any pewter at the time, but I knew that's what was going to go in this cabinet. And I remember we had gone to an auction, and there were so many old things there, and one of the things was a box filled with pewter, and I got that entire box for $5. So I was thrilled, and I knew exactly where I was going to put it. I wanted to show you this picture before I put it back on the shelf. This is an old book that I bought at a thrift store. This was the original color to it. I aged a piece of muslin, wrapped it around the book, and I printed off onto regular paper a picture of the house that my husband grew up in. It's the old farmhouse. His parents lived there for 47 or 48 years. This house was and the farm was all a wedding gift to them from my husband's grandparents. When my husband's mother passed away, my husband and I took the house over, and we lived there for 29 years and raised our 3 boys. And now our oldest son lives there, and he raises his kids there. So it stayed right in the family, 3 generations, and we love that it did. And the house has changed over the years. This shed is no longer there. It's a garage. And the house, though, pretty much is the same. The porch is still there. It's a little bit different. It's not closed in like this. I'm not sure who the people are in this picture. You can see there's chickens over here, too. And the old tree, which that's not there anymore. The old car, which I wish that was still sitting in the driveway, but it is not. And look at this. There's a little bicycle. That's so neat. I love pictures like this. I mean, this is such a great memory, and we love having this sitting in our dining room. And this is a great way to frame this memory. Something different. It's not your traditional frame, but I love it. And just an idea, a little craft idea.
Open minds in a cage, hungry hearts in a rage, glowing eyes in a daze, in a desperate need of a plan. It's the work of one little man.
I've gotten a few questions about this wall, this mural on the wall. This mural was a housewarming gift from my husband's niece. She is a beautiful artist. She's a beautiful artist, and she painted this. I kind of told her some different things, just talked to her about different things that we loved, and she took it from there. So I'm just going to show you, because each one of these things on here, painted on here, have a special meaning to my husband and I. This is, this just represents the little church that we go to here in our town. It's just a small little church, and we love it. And my husband's grandfather helped build this church. He cut and hauled the logs that built it. And we just love that memory, so we had to have the church. And this is just a big, beautiful, sheltering tree here, and she did such just a phenomenal job on all of this. This, I don't know if you can see very well from there. I'll give you a close-up view here after I explain everything, but this is a grist mill. My husband and I love to go to Canada. We're not too far from there. And there's a village, it's called King's Landing. It's an old village way back in the day, and it's where our hearts live. You know, it's just the days of old, the horse and the buggy and simpler times. And they have a beautiful old grist mill there. So this just represents King's Landing for us. So in here we have an apple orchard, because we have 2 orchards. We love our apple orchards. So we did incorporate a little apple orchard here. Or I should say she incorporated it. She did just a beautiful job on all of this. And we have the hay field here. We live in a rural area, and there's a lot of beautiful fields, and just there's hay and potatoes, and it's just beautiful country here. So she did add that in here. And then we have the old dirt road, and we have a horse and buggy here, and it's carrying a barrel full of apples. And this is a little covered bridge, and we like to go to this little breakfast, bed and breakfast in Vermont. It's called the Round Barn Farm. And to get to that farm, that bed and breakfast, you have to go through a covered bridge. It's the only way there, and we just love that. So she did a covered bridge for us. And you can see we have sheep. Sheep are a little bit everywhere all over here. I love sheep. I think they're so sweet. So she did put a lot of sheep through here, and some more straw fields in the background, hay fields, and the beautiful trees. We do live in the pine tree state, so there's lots of pine trees. And we have a pond here because we live near water. And so we did incorporate, or she did incorporate that in here. And there's 2 houses here. This represents our house that we currently live in, the new house that we built. And up on the hill over here is the house, the farmhouse where my husband grew up. So this just represents that farmhouse that we came from, where he grew up, and our son now lives. So we love that. And then we just have all of this big farm area. She just did such a great job with everything. I mean, it's just beautiful. I couldn't have done it better myself. I couldn't have imagined it better. And I'm thrilled with it. My husband and I both love it. So I'm going to give you a close-up view. inside this cabinet is our collection of carolers. We only open the cabinet up at Christmas time. I keep it closed all through the year because we have a lot of little people that run around our house, and I don't really want little hands all through the cabinet. So it's just less of a temptation, I guess, for them if it's closed all the time and only opened at Christmas.
I'm fading out from the story. Am I a passionate man? Hanging on to the glory. Day by day if I can.
I had someone ask about the light fixtures in our home. They are all reproduction. And although you can buy them through different companies, I found all of our lights on eBay. There was somebody on there that was selling them. There's probably a lot more than just this person that I bought them from, but they were selling them, and they would just have on there make an offer. They were all brand new, still in the box. They weren't any different than if I'd have gotten them from one of the companies that sell them. So I made an offer, and a lot of them I bought more than one set of, so I was able to get them for a really great price. I think eBay is something that people don't usually think of when they're buying things like this, but you can get a lot of new things. These are originally from Urban's Tinware, I believe, catalog, and they were a lot of money in that catalog. We could never have afforded doing our entire house and all of the lights if we'd have paid those prices. So I was really glad that we got them on eBay. So it's just an idea. If you're looking for lighting for your home or other household items, eBay is a great source.
But now something has changed, like something inside has suddenly been rearranged. The only one who could ever play that part is the one who stole my.
I've also been asked about our dining room table. If you've been with me for a while, I think probably I've mentioned the table, but if you haven't been with me for a while and you're new, I built our table. I've priced them. They were a little out of our price range, and we do live on a budget like most everybody, and if I can make something, I'm just going to make it. I'm not the greatest at building things, but I really truly believe that if you can build it in your mind, then you can really build it. So my mom had really ingrained in us that we can do anything, and I knew I could make this table. The great thing about it is that all of the wood that I built this table with came from the barn where my husband grew up. And the legs of the table are built from the rails of the ladder that went up into the hayloft. And he used to climb that ladder all the time as a child. So there's a lot of great memories in this table, and I hope someday to pass it on down to our children.
It's the one who stole my heart. It's the one who stole my heart. Waiting for you in a town where I've always stuck around.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope I was able to give you plenty of motivation to clean a space in your home. If you know someone who loves all things home, please share my channel with them. Make sure and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. And until next time,